All right, bet. Yo, check. Yo, well, in the last video I put out there, I was like, man, y'all need to help me figure out a way I can start these things. How should I start them? Cause you know me,
The podcast.
the
Shoot,
podcast.
man. I know most of your TikToks. Like, hey, what's up,
You
TikTok?
feel
It's your boy
me?
Deuce.
And that's why I was like, on my TikTok, that's how I am. Like, what's that TikTok? It's your boy do. And usually it started on YouTube. I'll be like, what up YouTube? Or what up Wolfpack?
Yeah.
Because you know Wolfpack was my brand
Yeah.
at first. So it's like I'm still trying to figure out.
I mean,
You like that?
yeah,
That what up?
I don't see nothing wrong with
All right, bet.
what up.
That's how you. All right,
I don't
bet.
know where
So
you're gonna post this, but
I'm gonna post this on everywhere. Well,
okay. What up, everywhere?
what up everywhere? What up everybody? It's your boy
There you
Deuce.
go. That's
Yeah.
it. What up, everybody?
All right, bet. Well, man, let's get this apart, man.
Let's do it.
What up, everybody? It's your boy Deuce back with another podcast, YouTube, wherever I post this at. I'm back on here talking with you guys because I know y'all love to see me talk because, you know, it's me. Not saying it like that, but it's me. like if y'all are new to the channel, I post on TikTok, Instagram, but I post mostly workout content or motivational fitness type content. I've posted lately scripture videos on TikTok, and I've also sort of posted them here on YouTube. So it's just a kind of bringing it all together, making it one thing. I've been doing this for a while, but I'm just not getting to where I'm comfortable or where I'm liking what I'm doing. But that's not what we're going to talk about today because we talked about that in the last video. But y'all see, I got a special guest on here. You feel me? If y'all from Gaston area or I don't know where all he's been, he's famous everywhere. If y'all on TikTok and keep on with music and things like that, man, y'all will see him. Y'all are going to see him and continue to see him because this man has some big things. He has big goals, dreams. And that's really why I want to bring him onto the podcast, man, because we've been cool for a while now. We met at the gym and they're grinding, you feel me? And you know me, I ain't the type that's just going to talk to everybody at the gym and pop up to you. So if I really talk to you, it means I see something in you. I see you working. And the whole thing just felt God-led, honestly. And you see our relationship has grown since then. But without further ado, it's the man, the myth, the legend, the musician, the businessman, my boy Lil Ray. What up,
Appreciate
man?
it, man. What's up,
You
man?
good, bro?
Yes, sir. I appreciate you having me on board, man. You know, like you said, I think it was God driven, kind of us coming together, and I think God brings people together in a weird way, but in the same way. For you've got something that's gonna help me succeed, be better, do better.
Yeah.
I see God's image in you also, so I think we're brought together for a reason.
For sure.
I appreciate you having me on board, man.
For sure, man. For sure. Because you know we don't believe in coincidences.
No, absolutely not. Everything happens for a reason, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely everything.
All right. I'm fucking here.
Nah, you good, man. You good.
Okay. Like I mentioned earlier, Ray has a lot of things that I see him doing that he can do and that God is going to lead him to do. I appreciate you telling me, you saying that how you see God, because I really try to carry myself that way too.
Absolutely.
Not mimic Christ, but be more like Christ every day. And I feel like he's blessed me with this platform, and not only this platform, but for my other platforms. So I just want to expose talent, man. Just give people a platform to let people know about themselves. Because nowadays we live in a generation where everything is what you see.
Absolutely.
It's not really what's truth. You feel me? So like whatever I put out there can be that.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
I want you to, have an opportunity to tell your story, tell who you are, where you come from, how you got to where you are. Just give you this platform to, before he gets famous, y'all saw him here first on the podcast, True Faith Podcast. That's what I've been thinking. Tillis talking with Tillis, whatever. Y'all let me know, whatever it is. Y'all seen him first on here. So I just want to, we go keep it fun. We go keep it relatable. We go dig deep. We ain't gonna go too deep because it's on the first podcast. I promise you guys, he will be back for another one. I see you over there. I promise you, he will be back for another one. I'm sorry, y'all know my son. he had a it's bring your kid to work day. So you feel me? I'm on the go. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm open to
Gotta do
travel.
what you gotta do,
You gotta
man.
do what you gotta do, man.
Absolutely,
And that's one thing
absolutely.
I do want to talk about. Also, just we know you ain't got no kids right now, but you
Nope.
do got a girl. So it's
Yep,
something
yep,
that's
yep.
thought is always in the back of your head. Having a family. So I do want to get
Absolutely.
your views on that as well. All right, so man, without further ado, man, let's just hop right into it. This was a pretty straight intro. I don't really want to take up too much of your time. I appreciate you for inviting me over here,
Absolutely,
allowing us to
man.
shoot in here.
Anytime, anytime.
Like I told you, man, I'm gonna go. I'm trying to travel. I'm trying to do this. I don't have no sponsor right now.
I sponsored my man, man.
Yeah, you feel me? I am my own sponsor. I said I don't have a sponsor. Of course, y'all know my brand, True Faith Unbreakable, is sponsoring this video right now. So y'all go check out their website. I am actually rocking their merch. One of our crew hoodies. Like I said in the last video, be looking out because we have our fall winter dropping soon. I will post more details about that on my Instagram, True Faith _ Unbreakable, as well as the website. So y'all be on the lookout for that. Because man, we just trying to hit the ground rolling with this, man, and of course trying to reach out to as many more people and grow as big as we can. Speaking of True Faith, you already know I had to look out for my boy, man.
Shoot, man.
Seeing the
I
first
appreciate it.
podcast, you feel me? The
Heck
first
yeah,
podcast,
bro.
I want to gift him from the
Appreciate it,
brand.
man.
It's 2 shirts in there, one for you and your lady, you feel me? So I expect to see you wearing that in the
Much
gym.
love.
You feel
Absolutely,
me?
man. Much love. I appreciate
Love
it.
for
Definitely
sure.
will be rocking these. Ricky actually made some for me for a pressure washing business that we may talk about. And
Okay, for
dude,
sure.
I absolutely love the shirts. Very comfortable and very breathable shirts. You know, I'm not just saying that. They are awesome shirts, awesome
I
quality
appreciate that, man.
designs on them. So I'm very happy with the shirts, and I'm excited to rock these.
Yeah, from one businessman to another, he knows all the stuff that goes on in the background, all the stuff that y'all don't see. Y'all see the finished product, y'all see the end results. But this podcast, y'all didn't see what it took for us to set this up. Y'all not gonna see what it's gonna take to break it down, to edit all this video, all this audio, and things like that. But that's okay because we do it for you guys. Y'all don't see
Absolutely.
what goes on behind his pressure washing business, which I do want to touch on, as well as you don't own the shop yet, the car shop, but I'm speaking it. Do you own it?
I'm
Part
part
owner.
owner.
That's what I was
Part
thinking.
owner.
Part owner. Excuse me. Part owner, but he will have full ownership. I am wishing that upon you. I am
We'll
praying
see,
that
man.
upon you.
We'll
You
see
feel
if
me?
God wants it, man.
If it's God's will, exactly. I like that.
Absolutely.
But he is part owner and he does amazing work. I do not go to any other mechanic anymore. I mean, I'm the type of person I'm not gonna go to the mechanic anyway, just because I don't have money like that. But if I do, I go to my boy Ray, just
Appreciate it,
because I
man.
know he does good quality work. I know he's gonna let me know what's going on and actually work on it, actually do it right, and not have to just, you feel me, keep me coming back just for the money. Hey man, because of the money. I apologize, guys. Make me you feel me, so we just I'm gonna let you of course talk about that. I'm gonna put
Okay.
the link down in the description of his contact information down in the description so y'all can reach out to him if y'all are wanting to engage in his businesses. But like I said, from one businessman to another, I see what you're doing. I see the work you're putting in. I know it's not easy. It's hard running one business,
Absolutely.
but running two, along with everything, making music, along with keeping up with his fitness career, along with trying to be a good boyfriend, which I'm sure you are, it's a lot. And I feel like our men don't get that much credit that they deserve. So I want to give my man his roses right now for that.
Appreciate it, man.
Already.
Appreciate it.
For sure, for sure. So let's just hop right into this thing, man. That's all right, man. Sorry about that, y'all. I know the camera quality probably looks a little different. It probably looks a lot better. And y'all are probably happy that that happened. But my camera went out on me. If y'all want to go donate to help your boy get a new camera because I'm broke, college kid, the what's the cash out or the GoFundMe? I don't want to put up a GoFundMe. I feel like that's a way to pay for money. I dropped the cash out in the description as well, man. Business people drop their cash out, so we straight. Right?
Absolutely.
We straight.
Absolutely.
Multiple streams of income. That's what we preaching.
That's it.
All right, man. Let's hop right into these questions, dog. All right, so just give us a little bit about you. Who are you? Where you come from? You feel me? How did you get to where you are today?
Absolutely, man. So, you know, as for those of y'all that don't know, my name is Ray. I know we said it at the beginning of the podcast.
What's your whole government name? Social Security.
I go by Ray, man, and I've been here in Gadsden for off and on approximately 4 or 5 years. I'm from a small town called Clay County, Alabama. And man, the biggest store there is a Piggly Wiggly.
Clay
We had a
County, y'all.
Fred's sometimes. But now I come from a small town there, man, raised by a single mother. Great father, you know, he was always in the picture, but mostly, you know, was raised by my mother. Um, but man, we came from a very a struggling family, and I just really had to try to find my way and not be in the same situation as my mother and my dad were.
Yeah.
You know, they both came from Cuba. That's my ethnicity. That's where I'm from. I was born in Talladega, but I'm Cuban. Um, and
If y'all couldn't tell.
yeah, and my dad's an Afro-Cuban. My mom's I guess a white Cuban. That's where I get my skin color from.
Yeah.
But
He really one of the brothers. He just a light skinned brother, y'all.
pretty much. But man, no, it was just difficult trying to see my mom raise
Yeah.
me, my brother, and both my grandparents by herself, and really, man, that's just what pushes me to the scales that I go to now. I really do most of the stuff that I do to be able to help my family out, man, and help us be great and kind of leave a legacy behind.
Yeah.
And a legacy that people can see God through at the same time. And I mention God because without him, I wouldn't be where I'm at today, man. I really wouldn't. I appreciate everything he's done for me. But I'm 24 years old. I started off. I got in the automotive field by didn't have enough money for my mom to get her car fixed one day, and I went out there and fixed it because she couldn't get to work. I couldn't get to school, so got on YouTube, figured out how to fix it. First repair I done, man. That's kind of what inclined me into going into the automotive field and working on cars. Worked at BMW of Birmingham for about 2 years, and then my journey just led me back here to Gadsden, running an automotive repair facility here. And that's been one of the hardest things that I've done. At the same time, I've been trying to pursue my music career as well. Y'all tune in on Spotify, Apple Music, on all major streaming platforms. Lil Ray, and y'all find my music there. And I really try to have fun with my music. And I try to send a message for people that need it as well.
We'll definitely drop that down in the description.
Absolutely. But nah, it's been a journey, man. I appreciate the journey. I appreciate the struggles because without them, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. I'm nowhere near where I want to be either. And it just takes hanging around the right people like Ricky. And I'm just trying to. The mentality that I have is wake up and be better every day.
Exactly.
And set a goal. After I get to that goal, set another goal. I'm never done setting goals, man.
Exactly.
Because I don't want to be comfortable. Nothing wrong with being comfortable, but that's just not the mindset I have. I want to be better absolutely every single day, whether it be better at picking up my shoes in the morning, whether it be better at cutting the grass. I don't know. I got to find something to be better at. But most recently, I just started up a pressure washing business with one of my partners, and we're trying to pursue that right now and trying to obtain higher altitudes on the pressure washing business as well. And if y'all want to learn about how I did that, y'all can tune in on my TikTok, man, and I kind of go over some videos there of the journey of the pressure washing business. And then also on my TikTok, I go over the journey of my music as well and the shop. So if y'all want to tune in on that, I'd be more than happy to, show y'all the ropes on some of those things. But yeah, man, that's pretty much where I come from, summed up, and where I'm at and what I'm doing right now. So
He said something dope, but that was a lot. Which isn't a bad thing. That just means he's a busy man. That means he is passionate about what he say as far as waking up and doing something better each day. Because if you are stagnant, or I ain't gonna lie, you can't focus on one thing and get better at that. But I look at it like we got 24 hours in a day. You can't
Absolutely.
spend all 24 hours doing one thing. If you did, you could and become an expert at that. But why not break that up? Uh, Time and time again, people want to use that saying. What is it? What is it? What is it? Jack of all trades, but a master of none. But then they forget to finish it. You feel me? Because that jack of all trades can take every single thing that he knows and that he does, perfect it each and every day, and now
Absolutely.
he knows more than the master of that one thing. And
Absolutely.
you can eventually become master of multiple things. We have a long life if you live it right and
Absolutely.
doing the right things. That's a long life to do multiple things. This life is supposed to be lived and filled, I feel like. And I don't want to be that type of person that does just one thing for the rest of my life, retire at 40. Now I got 5 to 10 years to enjoy it. No, I'm about
40,
to
man. Most people retire, statistically speaking, man, around 60,
60.
65
That's what I'm
years old.
saying.
I
I
was
said
having this
40
conversation.
trying to get
I know. I was having this
out.
conversation with my homeboy the other day, and he was like, a lot of people, and it's mostly the older generation, which is
Exactly.
nothing wrong with it. They're like, save your money, save your money, save your
Yeah.
money. Man, I want to save a portion of that money and
Type.
invest the rest.
Exactly.
And by the time I'm 30, man, I want to be set. I'm not. I don't want to be. I don't want to be 60 years old and be able to buy my dream car and enjoy it. Then you don't want to enjoy that stuff when you're
Yeah,
60,
because you
man.
can't fully enjoy
You
it.
can't.
When you're
You can't.
60, all you want to do is
Was
just
rest.
rest.
That's it,
Because you
man.
done worked your whole life, so all you want to
Absolutely.
do is catch up on sleep. Which
Absolutely.
nothing is wrong with that because my grandma is the same way. She's 88, 89, somewhere around there, and I love her to death. But she's worked her whole life, and
You gotta
that like
rest, man.
and
And then you get to
yeah.
enjoy the fruits of your labor.
Exactly, and
You
I'm
know.
like, I want to also touch back on what you said, how you saw your mom couldn't get her car fixed, and that's what really started this whole dream. Because I feel like I was the same way. I was living with my grandma once I moved back from Kentucky. After I left my parents' house, I was staying over there for a little bit. This was around the time I was real depressed and suicidal and things like that. I remember going to the store one day and with my grandma, and the total of her money came out to a certain price, and she remembered that she had power bill coming up as well. So she literally, no, it was her medicine. She had to choose between getting her medicine, getting groceries, or paying a power bill. And I couldn't really help her out because I was in school, and that's why I wasn't there mentally. And so I just really couldn't help her out, and that's when I was like, man, I don't ever want her to have to do this or have to
Right.
go through this again, or my parents. Then I was like, man, more importantly, I don't want ever want to have to go through this or my
Absolutely
kids.
not,
So
man.
that's when it really started. Like I got to shake back. Like, come on, man, you are first off, you are a child of God. You ain't acting like a child of God. You acting like a
Absolutely.
child of Satan right now. So I had to shake back real quick, and I had to hit the ground running. And you feel me? And that's when
Absolutely,
I
man.
got stronger in the fitness. I got
Reality
harder.
check.
Reality check.
Yeah.
I got harder into fitness. You feel me? And just growing on social media and doing other things. Of course, I had a couple of detours. I took some time off here and there because I had to refocus in. But when you're going so fast, it's so easy to get pulled and pushed left and right,
Yep.
and
Yep.
especially if you don't take no time for yourself. So I'm not gonna lie, being with my girl now, my fiance, she has really taught me to the value of self love, the value of resting.
Yeah.
A lot of my injuries, a lot of my sicknesses came from just me on 10 all the time,
Yeah.
7
You
days
gotta
strong.
rest, man.
Yeah, you
You gotta
gotta
rest.
rest, 7 days strong. So for the young people listening, watching this, even the older people, if you're always going, your body is like a machine. What happens to a machine if you run it, run it, run it, run it, run it? It's going
It's
to
gonna burn
eventually
out
burn
eventually.
out. And
Absolutely.
depending on how devastating that burnout, you might have to replace the whole thing.
Yep.
Some things might take a little rest. Some things might take surgery. I know I've had two. Don't know if you've had any surgeries or anything.
Nah, thankfully,
Try to
nah.
stay
Thankfully,
away
nah.
from the bed, man, because it's like what you get. It's
Absolutely.
like tattoos. You get one, you get a bunch of them. Let me not,
Absolutely.
like a word. Let me not say that. But I do thank God for allowing me to go through what I had to go through because it made me even stronger. It made me who I am today.
Absolutely, man. And like a lot of people, a lot of people grow up in messed up families and grow up really rough and see a lot of people go through a lot worse of a struggle than you or
Exactly.
you've been through.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
instead of looking at that struggle, I see a lot of people make the mistake of having the same struggle that they see their family be in.
Yeah.
And
Thinking something would be different.
yeah, I want y'all to take the time and analyze everything, and instead of looking at just the bad side of it, look at the good part in that struggle and learn from it instead of making the same mistakes. That's why we take history, is to not make those same mistakes. So I learned from all of those mistakes, and I learned from my mother and my dad, and the family I had around me, and the things that they did that weren't necessarily right at the time that they should have done, and I took them and I made sure I didn't make the same mistakes. Not saying you're not going to make mistakes, because you definitely are, but just learn from it rather than going through the same path that you saw didn't work.
Exactly. I say all the time, I didn't have many role models growing up. I did have a lot of people I didn't want to be around. That's what molded me to be who I am.
Absolutely.
Even though at times I saw myself becoming like them, you just gotta, your why has to be stronger than the will.
Absolutely.
So just having a good background, being grounded with good roots.
Yep.
When those times of trouble come, you will not be swayed. You will not be tempted or tested.
And always see the positive in everything.
Exactly.
No matter how bad it is, there's always a positive in it. Rather it be you learning from it or something, there's always going to be a positive.
Exactly.
Keep a positive mentality, because it'll take you far. It really will.
It's all about perspective, man.
Yep,
You gotta have the
absolutely.
right perspective.
Absolutely.
So you talked a little bit about the pressure washing business as well as being part owner of, what's the name of it?
WPC the shop.
WPC the shop. I should know. Oh no, I didn't make a shirt. I'm thinking about it. I said it was okay, but yeah, man. Talk a little bit about those and how you started, how you got into it. We know how you got into the shop.
Yeah.
Just how you got to your position, because like you mentioned, bro, you're only 24.
Yeah.
A lot of people ask me, bro, how old are you? I'm asking you, bro. I look at guys like this. This is why I am the way I am, because I have guys like this that I have to friendly compete against. And I say friendly compete because that's how you grow. You should have friendly competitions with people.
Absolutely.
This is my bro. I love him to death, but I am not going to let him reach the top without me. You feel me?
What you got to do, man.
And so I'm on my stuff just like he's on his stuff, because I admire what he's doing and just the guy he is. And
Vice
the character.
versa.
Exactly, because this is a godly man. So he's not taking. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm not taking either. It just be like that. But well, no, I said not taking. He's taking. I'm taking. I got to correct that for y'all trying to jump in it to get the man in trouble. Cause but no, we about to go do. But so I just want you to talk a little bit about that.
Well, man, it's definitely been a journey. Running this automotive repair facility has been a massive journey, but I've learned tons. Whether it comes to accounting, how to actually operate a business, and things of that nature, and the other two owners are really good people to be around, and I've learned so much from both of them. And they've been doing this stuff for years now, and that's why I kind of learned the ropes from. But it's been a journey. It's been a really hard journey, trying to work 5 days a week, sometimes 6 and 7, in this automotive repair facility, and then on top of that now doing my music and this pressure washing business. I just really want to take this business to the next level, and we're not there to, what's helped me kind of in this industry and in the business and in life is I always do things in a matter of trying to help, and I never expect anything in return, because I know someday it'll come back to me if I keep that mentality. But it has been a struggle, and the reason the shop where I'm at, it's a good job. It's okay financially and things of that nature, but I didn't want to stay comfortable, man. I know I mentioned that earlier. I didn't want to stay comfortable where I was at, because in my mind, man, I've never been normal.
Yeah.
And again, nothing wrong with being comfortable and normal.
That's just not you.
That's just not me.
That's just not how God.
That's not what's in me.
Exactly.
And that's not what God wants for me. So, I want to be able to help people, whether it be at the shop fixing their cars, whether it be through my music so they can hear some words that'll kind of drive them in a level of positivity, or whether it be through the pressure washing and helping people out. But doing doing the shop 5 days a week now, and then I'm doing pressure washing on the weekends. And the reason I'm doing the pressure washing is because I wanted to get to another level financially to where I'm not at right now. I wanted to get to a point where, like I told y'all earlier about retiring, I don't want to retire when I'm 60. I want to retire when I'm 30. So I got a couple years to go right now, and I'm going to reach that goal, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to get to that goal if God's will, God's will be done if that's what he wants. So I'm just going to try. I'm going to push at it, and I'm going to wake up every single morning and try to be better at every single one of those things. And it can, like Ricky was saying, rest is important. Take you some rest. I try to take a weekend off. I try to take a couple days off every once in a while because you will get burnt out and you'll notice it quick. Because it happened to me. I got to the point where I was working 7 days a week nonstop, and I didn't want to do anything.
Your days get confusing.
Yeah,
Your nights turn into days.
So rest, take you some breaks. It's important. Spend time with your girl, with your family, with your kids. But at the same time, find a happy medium.
Yeah.
Try to find a way to work, bust out that stuff. If you got to work super late one day out of the week, 2 days out of the week, and the rest of the days, spend it with your family or whatever you got to do. But you can find a way.
Even if you
there's a way.
I didn't mean to cut you off, bro. I'm sorry. Even if you got to bring your kids to work, you feel me? Like, he's over here going crazy because he's antsy, he's tired, he's ready to go. And I kind of feel bad for him because it's like, we here, we got to try to shoot the video while we're here, but it's like, so I might do something for him. I might go. It's too late for some ice cream. I just realized, man, it's like 8 o'clock, man. I don't need my boys LSU, man. We lost the last game. We supposed to be playing tonight, but good thing we playing against the sorry team that we should win. So I guess the reruns after that because work is more important than pleasure right now. Just right now. But I do like that the mindset that you have. Do people ever look at you when you talk to them and be like, man, you crazy, dude? How old are you?
I have people all the time, especially when I get a group around the people that especially when I get around people that are like my age or just a little bit younger, maybe a little bit older. They look at me and most people think I'm 29, 30 years old because I've always had a different mentality than most, When I was in college and things of that nature, my mentality wasn't going out and partying and having fun and things of that nature. Nothing wrong with that, but I was just focused because I wanted to reach the next level quicker than my peers.
Exactly.
And I'm getting there slowly but surely. But yeah, people look at me all the time and they're like, "Man, how old are you?" This and that. And once they hear and sit and listen to me, they kind of come to a realization. Especially after I tell them that I'm only 24 years old, but
it's kind of like a reality check to most people because we as humans we always gonna compare. Absolutely. That's just what we do. So for them to hear, because most of them beat in their 30s when they say that, for them to hear somebody so young have these goals, ambitions, just our mindset, the way we think, it is unfathomable to them at times. So it makes them think like, dang, what have I been doing in my life?
Absolutely.
And it's not like a guilt trip that we're trying to do, but it's like
I was trying to make you be better.
Like wake up, shake out of it, like snap back.
You can do anything I can do.
Exactly.
If you look at me and feel something burning inside you to be better, I've done my job. That's what I want. I want you to be better after you hear me talk. I want you because I'm not better than anybody, and I don't want y'all to take anything that I've said as me seeing me being better than anybody because I'm not.
Yeah.
I just see that you have the same potential I have inside of me.
You just have to want it. And, well, first off, you have to put it in somebody higher than you because you can't do everything on your own. And that's one thing I had to break. Like I mentioned before, my parents, when I was younger, everybody knew Ricky, I can do it by myself. You feel me? I don't need help. I don't really want help. I want to learn to do it so that I have that knowledge because knowledge is power. So I can be that way too at times. That's why I'm doing so much. That's why I'm all over the place. But if you are trying to reach the level that we're trying to reach to, we see you can't do everything on your own. There are certain things that you have to do, and you should do, and you can do. But at the end of the day, you have to know how to communicate. You have to know how to delegate. You have to know how to lead. Absolutely. You have to know how to listen. You have to know how to be in the moment and not always be the first one to talk. So, it's a combination of stuff, but it's doable. That's what I'm saying. It's not nothing that you and I are born with separate or that you can't attain separately from where we are, from what we are.
Absolutely, man. And like you said, you got to realize there's a higher power. And, the Bible says that the beginning of wisdom is the fear of the Lord. And,
Exactly.
that's something we can jump into in another podcast, something like that. But
For
just
sure.
keep that in mind. The beginning of wisdom is the fear of the Lord. And, uh, not fear as of being scared of, a ghost or something like that. It's a
Exactly.
different kind of fear.
It's more of
A parental fear,
of
something
respect.
like that, of respect. Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
Like, if only y'all knew the power, the awesomeness of our Lord. And like you say, we can definitely get into this in a separate video, which is what I want to do as well. But it's just somebody who can make nothing out of something. Like, it's just crazy. It's crazy. And I keep letting this phone lock, bro. I'm sorry. We're actually recording this on my phone, so I have my questions, my notes, and things like that on his. But it's okay. All right, so talk a little bit about the business and how you are trying to retire at 30. Bro, that's in what, 6 years?
Yep.
All right.
See, I'm not good at math, so I have to count on my fingers, but I'm on camera.
Yeah, that's all I had to throw it out there. I know. You feel me? So like that,
Make fun of us.
So I can't cut for us. That's why you got to be confident, man. You got to be confident
I
with
see my
yourself.
fingers, but I'm sitting here under
Yeah.
my fingers right now.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. I know some of the smartest people in the world still count on their fingers when, especially once you get past certain.
Yep.
All right, man. How do you expect to do that? Because, man, that's crazy. I thought I was crazy. When I was like 18, 17, I said I want to retire at 26. But that was almost 10 years, 10-year gap.
Yeah.
You got 6 years. You're doing great things with your business now. You're doing good things with your business now. You are young with 2 businesses. How and how do you see yourself growing in the next 6 years
Well, man,
to reach
those goals.
those goals? Yeah.
So, man, like I mentioned before, just wake up every day and try to be better at the smallest things.
Yeah.
Create good habits, because the keys in my head is first and foremost God, second good habits, and setting goals for myself. Those 3 things right there, I think will lead me far and have gotten me to where I kind of am today. And again, I'm nowhere near where I want to be at, but I've got six years. I think it's 6 years, 6, 7, whatever it is.
We're going to keep it at 6, y'all. If we wrong, then y'all just going to have to be wrong with us.
Got a couple years left to where I want to be at, man. And I'm just going to keep pushing at it and keep growing mentally and spiritually. And just trying to be better. That's how I plan on obtaining those goals, and also by the people that I'm surrounded by, because that's really important too. I like you said, I can't think that I'm going to do it by myself. I'm gonna have to surround my people that are more knowledgeable than I am, that have more wisdom than I am. Seek out advice, because ultimately I can't do it by myself. I got to have a good surrounding and good friends and a good support system. So when a lot of people find that in their friends and their females that they have at home. The women, a woman is a great support system, and some of y'all find that someday. But just
Stay
gotta
focused.
Have that, stay focused.
God will
have that good
send the right
support system. But that's kind of how I plan on obtaining those goals, man. And a couple years from now, we'll see where I'm at. I'm gonna keep that positive mentality, and for some reason, if I don't, I'm gonna say I am. But if I don't make it by the time I'm 30, to where I want to be at, I'll just set another goal, 31.
Yeah.
So
That's the thing. Like, don't quit. The biggest problems with some people is sometimes
they quit right before
they quit
like,
right
you ever
before.
seen that meme of that guy picking at that, picking through this tunnel, and he stops like 1 minute before he gets to the diamonds and the gold mine. And a lot of people do that, keep digging, because who knows, you might be a minute away from getting to your goal. You might be a day away, a month. Just keep digging for it.
Exactly.
Just keep going.
Exactly, man. And I'm not gonna lie, it's not easy. It's really not. There's been plenty of times. I'm not gonna say I quit, but there's been plenty of times I've took an extended stop, but I got right back to it.
Absolutely.
And that's the thing, get right back to it. Like, don't compare, but it's been times where I've been like, oh, if I wouldn't have stopped, if I would have just kept going, I would be here, or I would be there. Don't do that, because then that's the thinking of Satan, and he wants to keep you down. Exactly, I would keep you down. So just think, No, how can I get better today? How can I get better tomorrow? Like Ray has mentioned time and time again. But we about to take a break. We about to head over to our sponsor, man. Of course it's me. I will be back on here to get the sponsor video. And we're gonna pick this right back up, man, in part 2.